Dear students, greetings to all. In this module, we'll start with our new chapter, that is chapter 2 of biology, biological classification. Classification is done for the easy identification and characterization of organisms. Talking about the classification system, it is basically the artificial system of classification and the natural system of classification which is taken into consideration. So first we'll talk about the artificial system of classification. So when we talk about the artificial system of classification, here very few characters are taken into consideration. That means the characters which are observable, the morphological characters which are superficial are basically taken into consideration. So the advantage of the artificial system of classification is that it is very easy to reproduce, but then there are many disadvantages like the detailing of the study of the organism, the internal characteristics of the organism is not done, and hence this system of classification is not an appropriate one. It does not take into consideration the phylogenetic relationship, the evolutionary relationship, and therefore it's not the most appropriate system of classification. So in this we'll be talking about the first, that is the two kingdom system of classification that was proposed by Linnaeus, and Aristotle has also put forth that the animals could be classified on the basis of their habitat, that is those who thrive in land, air and water. Now when we talk about the two kingdom system as proposed by Linnaeus, the organisms could be divided on this planet Earth. The various 1.7 to 1.8 million species can be divided under Plantae and Animalia. Now when we talk about the plants, they could be further classified as the herbs, shrubs and tall trees. So we'll be having the herbs, shrubs and trees on the basis of the morphological traits. Talking about Animalia, the kingdom, the animal kingdom, it basically included those animals which have the red blood. That means the red blood is observable, and the ones which lack the red blood. So there's lack or there's absence of red blood. Red blood is not observable. As we know that the phylum Arthropoda, which basically includes the insects, is the largest phylum. They have got open circulatory system, that is the hemocoel, and they've got the pigment which is present, the liquid which is present, that is the hemolymph. So that's a colorless fluid. So basically the lower animals, they have got, they do not have this pigment hemoglobin, so they do not have this system of transportation. Basically the lower animals, when we talk about, they've got the open circulatory system. The advanced organisms have closed circulatory system. So this was the criteria. This is how the organisms were classified as plants and animals on the basis of observable characters. Later, the three kingdom system of classification was put forth by Ernest Haeckel. He included the two categories which were earlier included by Linnaeus and by Aristotle. Further, he also included organisms like the amoeba, Euglena under protistans. So Protista, one group, the other is Plantae, and then the Animalia. Now when we talk about this artificial system of classification, it is not an appropriate system of classification because organisms like protistans, like for example Euglena, it exhibits the characteristic of both plant as well as animals. Like plants, it can carry out the process of photosynthesis, and it also exhibits heterotrophic mode of nutrition like the animals. Talking about other organisms like bacteria, cyanobacteria, that is blue-green algae. It has got both blue and green pigment. Therefore, it was thought to be a plant and placed under Plantae as algae. But later on, when it was deciphered that it is unicellular, it was classified under Monera. So after the three kingdom system, we have got the four kingdom system of classification that was proposed, the four kingdom. That means there was inclusion of one more kingdom where the bacteria could be included, that is the organisms like bacteria and nostoc could be included, that is the monerans. So this four kingdom system of classification that was put forth by Copeland. So Copeland was the person to put forth the four kingdom where he had classified organisms into Monera, the ones which are unicellular prokaryotic, the other three categories which were included by Haeckel, that is Protista, Plantae, and then the Animalia were included as such. So now when we talk about these particular system of classification, basically the ones put forth by Aristotle, Linnaeus and Ernest Haeckel, they'll come under the category of artificial system because we are carrying out the characterization on the basis of just superficial or observable characters. Whereas when we talk about the five kingdom system of classification that was proposed by Robert X. Whittaker, that is the natural system of classification where he had taken into consideration the cell wall composition, how is the organism, whether unicellular or multicellular, the type of nucleus, prokaryotic, whether it is prokaryotic or eukaryotic, and the mode of nutrition. So in this module, we had a detailed discussion on the artificial system of classification. Thank you.